The White House visit of Messi and other players of Inter Miami CF is part of the recognition ceremony for the team's successful campaign in the MLS Cup for the 2025 season. Messi and other players of the club were in attendance as the White House recognized the successful campaign of the team in Major League Soccer for the 2025 season. The visit attracted attention as Messi, who is considered one of the most influential players in the history of football, was also in attendance. President Trump talked about Messi and the deceased football star, the late Pele, as he addressed the players and other officials of the club who were in attendance at the White House visit ceremony. President Trump talked about Messi and the deceased star, as he also talked about the memories of earlier years of American football, as he talked about how he watched the deceased star play when the star visited the country in the 1970s. The visit of the deceased star to the country in the 1970s played a crucial role in promoting American football in the country. Pele is famously known for playing for the New York Cosmos team in the North American Soccer League between 1975 and 1977. During this period, there was widespread publicity surrounding him, which helped increase interest in football in America. This is considered one of the most important periods in the history of football in America. In his remarks to guests at the White House, President Trump talked about how he had seen Pele play. President Trump explained that Pele had played for the Cosmos team and that the team was... The event referenced two soccer greats, Pele and Messi, bringing together a narrative between past legends and the current-day star. Trump talked about how he had seen Pele play when he was young and had thought that the Brazilian great was pretty good, but then went on to ponder whether Messi might be even better, asking the room to weigh in on who they thought might be considered the better player. After posing the question, Trump then went on to state that, based on what people had told him, he thought that it might be possible to consider Messi potentially the better player, despite Pele's lasting legacy. This is part of a larger ceremony to honor Inter Miami's 2025 championship season. Since Messi joined Major League Soccer, it has been acknowledged how Messi's performance for Inter Miami has been impactful, especially in 2025, which helped clinch the title. Messi attended the White House event with other Inter Miami players after they clinched the 2025 MLS Cup. Messi's stay with Inter Miami has certainly boosted the profile of the club on the international scene. His stay with the club has captured the imagination of football fans across the globe and has further boosted the profile of the MLS. The recognition by the White House was a celebration of the season and the impact of Messi on the MLS. Messi ended the 2025 season with 43 goals and 25 assists in 49 appearances, according to SofaScore. These statistics are a testament to his role in the Inter Miami attack throughout the season. The exploits of the Argentine forward saw Inter Miami win the MLS Cup, and the stay with the MLS has captured the imagination of football fans across the globe. The stay of Messi with the MLS has been the subject of much discussion across the world. The 2025 season, which saw the club win the MLS Cup, is the latest chapter in the ongoing saga surrounding the club and the competition. The recognition ceremony at the White House was a celebration of the Inter Miami victory and a platform to discuss a new facet of a debate that has been ongoing in the football world for several years. The discussion surrounding Messi and Pele, as initiated by Trump, is a new facet of a debate that has captured the imagination of football fans across the world. The recognition ceremony was also The article also points out the greatness of the player for MLS, considering that Messi's transfer to Inter Miami continues to attract new attention to the league even after the player's transfer. The fact that the team received the White House ceremony for their 2025 championship also points to the greatness of the team's performance, as well as the contribution of one of the greatest footballers in the history of the sport. As the story continues, more information about the ceremony and the MLS Cup championship won by the team will shed light on the significance of the season for the team, as well as the position of Messi in the debate over the history of the sport. Further information about the ceremony honoring the 2025 MLS champions at the White House, which was attended by Lionel Messi and the rest of the Inter Miami team, points out that the team used the ceremony to celebrate their season, which was filled with positive performances for the team. It was also the end of the season that saw the team achieve an MLS Cup championship. Donald Trump, the President of the United States, spoke to the team about the debate over the two footballers, Messi and Pele. Messi was in attendance at the event accompanied by some of the players from the Inter Miami squad, which had achieved national and international acclaim for their successful season. The event was a celebration of the overall performance of the team in the 2025 season, as well as the growing popularity of the Major League Soccer League globally. Since the arrival of the soccer star, the league has experienced a surge in popularity, with fans across the globe eager to follow the player's every move and the progress of the club he represents. The event held in the White House was the platform for the celebration of the successful season for the club. The contribution of the soccer star to the achievement of the successful season by the club cannot be ignored. The player was instrumental in the achievement of the MLS Cup for the club, as the team relied on the skills of the player in their bid for the cup. According to SofaScore, the player ended the 2025 season with 43 goals and 25 assists in 49 games for the club.
The statistics of the players' contribution to the achievement of the event also served to reinforce Messi's influence in Major League Soccer. President Trump reminisced about the days when Pele played in the United States, recalling the Brazilian superstar's time with the New York Cosmos in the North American Soccer League from 1975 to 1977. Pele played in the United States during this time, helping to popularize the sport throughout the country. President Trump recalled this time, noting that Pele's time with the New York Cosmos drew attention to the sport in the United States. In recalling the days when Pele played in the United States, President Trump mentioned Steve Ross, a businessman and a friend of the president, who he noted played an important role in the formation of the New York Cosmos and the recruitment of the Brazilian superstar to the club. The president noted that Steve Ross was a trailblazer in the field of cable television, someone who was way ahead of the times in forming the New York Cosmos and recruiting the best talent in the sport. Steve Ross is a legendary businessman, the president noted. When the discussion centered on the comparison between Messi and Pele, Trump recognized the latter's status as a football icon and his achievements in the sport, while at the same time implying that the former could possibly be considered the best footballer of all time. This is an ongoing debate among football enthusiasts that was touched upon in the discussion at the White House. The discussion was centered on honoring Inter Miami's 2025 MLS Cup championship season, with the team's players present to celebrate the success. It is worth noting that Messi was present at the White House to underscore the success of the team and the importance of the MLS Cup championship that the team won in 2025. The discussion that centered on the celebration of the team's success was not only about honoring the team's success in the 2025 MLS Cup championship, but also about the importance of football in American culture. The fact that the team was led by the world's greatest footballer, Messi, to the White House was an indication of the sport's importance in American culture, an aspect that has been underscored by the latter's success in the MLS League. The 2025 MLS Cup championship success by Inter Miami is an important aspect in the team's development, indicating the team's success throughout the season, culminating. As the ceremony came to a close, the conversation about Messi and Pele continued to simmer as one of the major talking points of the evening. Trump's reminiscence about Pele's stay in the United States and the comments he made about Messi provided another chapter in the long list of discussions that have been ongoing between two of the biggest figures in the history of the sport. While the debate between the two, which every fan and expert alike has enjoyed, was brought up once again in the context of the ceremony meant to celebrate the achievement of the new MLS Cup champions, the event itself had several other functions, including the celebration of the achievement of the club, the honoring of the contribution of Messi to the sport, and the brief interlude into the long debate between two of the greatest figures in the history of the sport. As the story continues, the context of the sport, including the latest developments, the performances of the players, and the debates that have been ongoing will become clearer. As the story continues, the other stories related to the sport of football that have been emerging will also come into focus. That is the focus of the next part of the report.